Episode 10, The Three States to Arahant. The Three States to Arahant is the title I chose, inspired by a Chinese martial arts film I enjoyed watching as a child. After completing 3 major training courses at Wat Pa Wai in Soi Dao District, Chanthaburi, I came to know this temple through a group of friends who invited me to participate in activities there and to pay respect to Luang Pu Pun Shai Pun Wad Tano. We started with evening chanting and walking meditation, which were held regularly. After that, the newcomers were separated from the group and guided into meditation activities. This marked the beginning of my journey into the first gate of the 3 states to Arahant. State 1, Punyan. The term Punyan is new to me, but I appreciate the opportunity to learn and respect the curricula offered at various centers. The Punyan course is held at Wat Pa Wai, in Soi Dao District, Chanthaburi Province. This course emphasizes the steadfastness of concentration, using 4 phrases as the foundation for calming the mind over the span of 1 hour. In the initial phase of practice, it seems that nothing much is happening, as it follows the general routine of meditation. The focus is on concentrating on the phrases to achieve calmness. As the mind settles into concentration, the distinction of this course becomes evident in the final 15 minutes. During this time, 3 or 4 attendants come to shout in my ear, "Faster, faster, faster. Time is running out, only 15 minutes left." If one remains firmly concentrated, these external shouts are merely sounds heard, without disturbing the inner tranquility. The shouting serves as a reminder to complete the recitation by the end of the hour. Therefore, if a practitioner maintains unwavering concentration and does not become startled by the shouts, they can successfully pass through this first gate. However, if someone becomes startled and loses their focus, they are deemed unable to pass and must start anew the next day. This Punyan state demonstrates that the human mind can develop into a finer state, but it requires a solid foundation of mindfulness to calm the mind from defilements. The practice is based on the body, feelings, mind, and phenomena. Thus, developing Punyan necessitates training to cultivate mindfulness and awareness. The technique of startling practitioners during meditation serves as one method to create a clearer impact, proving to be an effective strategy in the training and development of the mind. State 2, Coffin Sitting. At Wat Pa Wai, a coffin is used as a tool for practice. The coffin is placed on a hill, and only those who have passed the Punyan state are allowed to undergo the coffin sitting test. Practitioners are instructed to sit alone with the coffin and 4 or 5 black and white photographs on the hill. They must chant for 2 hours under strict conditions: no chanting of prayers, no sending of loving kindness, no opening of their eyes, and absolutely no leaving the hut. Before the supervising monk descends the hill, he remarks, "I hope many of you come in great numbers to learn together." Naturally, sitting alone on a hill at night, surrounded by a coffin and black and white photographs symbolizing those who have lost their lives, plays with one's thoughts and mental state, potentially leading to various distractions. Therefore, if practitioners do not maintain focused concentration on the phases, their minds may deceive them, stirring up fears rooted in the unknown. From my direct experience while sitting on the hill, I felt a certain energy hovering in front of me. My heart raced as I became aware of this energy. I noticed my mind questioning itself, asking if I was scared or tired. The immediate answer was that I was still fatigued from climbing the hill, which explained my elevated heart rate. Then I refocused on my phases, and the energy faded away. Afterward, I heard a noise shaking the hut's roof, growing louder and becoming painfully intense. At that moment, a whisper urged me to vocalize the phases. After a while, I returned to a normal state and then visualized a monk in meditation inside a cave, with myself sitting across from him. A question arose: if I was sitting there, then who was observing? As soon as I posed that question, everything vanished, and I heard the yelling that 2 hours had passed. Upon reflection, I realized that when the mind is calm and focused on meditation, any visions or images that arise should simply be observed without questioning their origin or reality. If I were to ask a teacher, they would likely say that what is seen is real in a sense, but the images themselves do not exist as substantial entities. These visions are merely tests of the mind's steadiness and strength. If the mind lacks sufficient power, it may be overwhelmed by attachments, creating a sense of self. When I believed I was sitting opposite the monk, the attachment to self had already taken hold of my mind. Because of my questioning and desire to know, my attachment interfered, preventing me from passing through the coffin sitting state. However, it was a valuable experience, highlighting the need for further development. The third state, sitting by the cremation pyre. The third state involves sitting alone in front of the cremation pyre for 2.5 hours, moving from the coffin sitting practice on the hill. The pyre is opened from both the top and the bottom, and the practice area is about 2 kilometers away from the nearest house, making it a solitary experience in the dark of night. After sitting for a while, I began to notice sounds like sweeping across the ground in front of and behind me, the rustling of cloth, and knocking sounds emanating from within the cremation pyre. However, if I kept my mind focused solely on the phases without getting distracted by external noises, these sounds did not affect my practice. Once external disturbances could not penetrate my concentration, the next challenge arose from within the intensification of cravings that tested the mind in various ways. For example, I could feel physical pain and a desire to move. If the mind is sufficiently steady during this phase, it may lead to insight, vipassana, allowing me to recognize the nature of the suffering as it truly is and to see the impermanence and non-self of the sensations present. Achieving this level of understanding signifies a significant advancement in mental development. The 3 States to Arahant program organized by Wat Pa Wai is one of the methods used to train and develop the mind. Regular practice is essential to strengthen the mind's steadiness. After successfully passing through these 3 states, I became more aware of my surroundings, perceiving them directly and accurately. I felt that my mind had developed to the point where it sometimes reacted automatically. For instance, when cravings arose, my awareness would immediately engage, causing those cravings to dissipate before they could manifest. Similarly, when sensations impacted me, I would become conscious of them, preventing the emergence of cravings.